Hello guys and welcome to this video. In today's video I will share with you the top 10 enemies which you should watch if you like anime. So before that I want you to press the like button and to subscribe to my channel to receive all the news. Hope you enjoy the video. Number 10. Violent Saga. It's an anime with 24 episodes aired in summer 2019. It started with the young Thorfinn who grew up listening to the stories of old sailors that have traveled the ocean and reached the place of legend Violet. It's said to be warm and fertile, a place where there would be no need for fighting, not at all like the frozen village in Iceland, where he was born. War is his home now, though his father once told him, "You have no enemies, nobody does," as he grew. Thorfinn knew that nothing was further from the trust. Number 9. Parasite. Parasite is an anime with 24 episodes aired on fall 2014. His story. All of a sudden, they arrived parasitic aliens that descended upon Earth and quickly infiltrated humanity by burrowing into the brains of vulnerable targets. 16 years old high school student Shinichi Izumi falls victim to one of these parasites, but it fails to take over his brain, ending up in his right hand instead. Unable to relocate, the parasite, now named Migi, has no choice but to rely on Shinichi in order to stay alive. Thus, the pair is forced into an uneasy way to coexistence and must defend themselves from hostile parasites that hope to eradicate this new threat to their species. Number 8. Konosuba. Konosuba is an anime with 2 seasons, each season with 10 episodes with 2 overs. It started after dying a laughable and pathetic death on his way back from buying a game. High school student and reckless Kazuma Sato finds himself sitting before a beautiful but obnoxious goddess named Aqua. She provides the need with 2 options: continue to heaven or reincarnate in every gamer's dream. A real fantasy world choosing to start a new life. Kazuma is quickly tasked with defeating a demon king. He is the rising village, but before he goes, he can choose one item of any kind to aid him in his quest. And the future hero selects Aqua, but Kazuma has made a grave mistake. Aqua is completely useless. Number 6. Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is an anime with 24 episodes. His story. After 5 years of harboring unspoken feelings, high schooler Taijo Oki is finally ready to confess his love to Yuzuriha Ogwa. Just when Taijo begins his confession, however, a blinding green light strikes the earth and petrifies humanity around the world, turning every single human into stone. Several millennia later, Taijo awakens find the modern world completely non-existent, as nature has flourished in the years humanity stood still. Among a stone world of state, Taijo encounters one other living human, his science-loving friend Senku, who has been active for 5 months. Taijo learns that Senku has developed a grand scheme to launch the complete revival of civilization with science. Number 6. Child Hero. Child Hero is an anime with 24 episodes aired on winter 2019. His story. The 4 cardinal heroes are a group of ordinary men from modern-day Japan summoned to the kingdom of Melormak to become its saviors. Melormak is constantly plagued by the waves of catastrophe that have repeatedly ravaged the land and brought disaster to its citizens for centuries. The 4 heroes are respectively bestowed a sword, spear, bow, and child. To vanquish these waves, Naofumi and Otako become cursed with the fate of being the child hero. Armed with only a measly child, Naofumi is belted and ridiculed by his fellow heroes and the kingdom's people due to his weak offensive abilities and lackluster personality. Number 5. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is an anime with 64 episodes aired on spring 2009. His story. Alchemy is bound by the law of equivalent exchange something The young brothers Edward and Alphonse Eric only realize after attempting transmutation to one forbidden act of alchemy. They pay a terrible price for their transgression. Edward loses his left leg, Alphonse his physical body. Only by the desperate sacrifice of Edward's right arm that he is able to affix Alphonse's soul to a suit of armor. Devastated and alone, it's the hope that they would both eventually return to their original bodies that gives Edward the inspiration to obtain metal limbs called automail, become a state alchemist, the full metal alchemist. 3 years of searching later, the brothers seek the Philosopher's Stone, a mythical relic that allows an alchemist to overcome the law of equivalent exchange, even with military allies Colonel Ray Mustang, Reza Hawkeye, Lieutenant Colonel Mace have on their side. The brothers find themselves up a nationwide conspiracy that leads them not only to the true nature of the elusive Philosopher's Stone, but their country's murky history as well. Number 4. Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online is an anime with 4 seasons history. In the year 2022, virtual reality has progressed by leaps and bounds, and massive online role-playing game called Sword Art Online (SAO) is launched with the aid of Nerve Grid technology. Players can control their avatars within the game using nothing but their own thoughts. Kazuto Kirakaya, nicknamed Kirito, is among the lucky few enthusiasts who get their hands on the first shipment of the game. Blocked to find himself with 10,000 others in the scenic and elaborate world of Enkar, one full of fantastic medieval weapon and gruesome monsters. However, in a cruel turn of events, the players soon realize that cannot log out. The game's creator has trapped them in his new world until they complete all 100 levels of the game. Number 3. Arifureta. Arifureta is an anime with 13 episodes aired on summer 2019. His story, the ordinary life of the 17-year-old otaku Hajime Nagumo, is desperate when he and his classmates are summoned to a fantasy world and tasked with saving mankind. While his classmates are gifted with impressive abilities useful in combat, Hajime is belittled for only gaming an inferior transmutation skill that lacks any real offensive power. Number 2. Tokyo is an anime with 4 seasons aired on summer 2014. His story, Tokyo has become a cruel and miraculous city, a place where vicious creatures called ghouls exist alongside humans. The citizens of this once great metropolis live in constant fear of this bloodthirsty savage and their thirst for human flesh. However, the greatest threat these ghouls pose in their dangerous ability to masquerade as human and blend in with society. Number 1. Demonslayer. Demonslayer is an anime with 26 episodes aired on spring 2019. His story. Ever since the death of his father, the burden of supporting the family has fallen upon Tanjiro Kamado's shoulders. Though living impoverished on a remote mountain, the Kamado family are able to enjoy a relatively peaceful and happy life. One day, Tanjiro decides to go to the local village to make a little money selling crockle. On his way back, night falls, forcing Tanjiro to take shelter in the house of a strange man who warns him of the existence of flesh-eating demons that lurk in the wood at night. When he finally arrives back home the next day, he is met with a horrified sight. His whole family has been slaughtered. Worse still, the sole survivor is his sister Nezuko, who has been turned into a bloodthirsty demon. Consumed by rage and hatred, Tanjiro swears to avenge his family and stay by his only remaining sibling, alongside the mysterious group calling themselves the Demonslayer crops. Tanjiro will do whatever it takes to slay the demon and protect the remains of his beloved sister's humanity. That's it for today's video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and press the like button, and see you next time.